Dear children, we have discussed about the starch taste. We discussed about the sugar taste. We discussed about the protein taste, that pepsin digests the protein. Now, how sugar is tested? That part. Nowadays, one kit is available. If you will prick a needle and one strip is there, if you will put, the sugar level will show. But that is electronic, that is digital. We are going to check. We are going to discuss how diabetic patients sugar are tested in the laboratory and learn it. If you will learn it in a science project, you can show presence of sugar. Some of your teachers may be diabetic patient, and that result you can show here. So first thing, test for starch. Test for starch. First one, test for glucose. Glucose means a type of sugar, simple sugar. Take a starch powder. No, take a test tube in which naturally solution we have to make. Take water and plus glucose. You can take Glucon-D, Glucon-C. In market, glucose is available, and boil it. Water plus glucose. Boil this solution for some time so that it can mix properly. Now, cool it. After boiling, let the solution to cool. After cooling, one chemical is required. Okay. Instead of glucose, first let us discuss about the starch test. Then we will come to glucose test. Oh. Once more let me discuss, because some confusion arises. First, test for starch. Take a starch powder. Starch powder. Or refined or the rice water you can take. And plus water. Starch powder plus water you have taken. Boil it, and after boiling, boil and cool. Let it to cool it. Okay. First, take a starch powder and water, boil this solution and cool it. After that, what you will do? Take an iodine solution. Iodine solution. Now again you will say, where we will get iodine solution? It is available in the laboratory. If not available, we can make iodine solution. Take 1 gram of iodine. Iodine salt, in salt also iodine is present. And 1 gram of potassium iodide. 1 gram iodine plus 1 gram of potassium iodide, and 100 ml distilled water, not tap water, general water, distilled water, 100 ml of distilled water, and mix it. The solution will become iodine solution. So iodine solution. Now, when it is cool, put iodine solution, few drops of iodine solution in this after cooling. Put iodine solution. This only what you have prepared. Put iodine solution. What you will see? The color will change to blue black. The color will change to blue black. What does it prove? It proves the presence of starch. If starch is present, then only the color, if you will put iodine solution, the color will change to blue black. So it was about the starch test. Starch test by iodine solution, how iodine solution is made, and what is the result? The starch, if there is a starch, it will change to blue black in color. Second experiment, let us discuss about the glucose test, that is the sugar test. Let us discuss about the starch, after starch test, let us discuss about the glucose test. See here, take a test tube. Okay, take a test tube and put glucose in the test tube and some Fehling solution. One chemical is there and the name of the chemical in laboratory, that solution is used. That is Fehling solution. It is available in our chemistry lab also. Take Fehling solution and heat it. Don't let it to boil. Don't boil. Just heat. How we will come to know that it became hot and not boiling? Bubbles can be seen by observing bubbles. If bubbles are formed, it means it became hot. Don't allow to boil, and be careful while doing such type of experiment. Okay, now what you will see, the color, see the color. Color will change from deep brick red with a precipitate formation. The color will change to brick red and precipitate will be formed. The color is changed and precipitate, red color, brick red color, solution became and precipitate is formed. It means that sugar is present, and this way only the sugar test is done in the laboratory. Okay. Originally the color was blue-green. The color was blue-green. The solution color was, Fehling solution color was blue-green, and it changed to deep brick red. Deep brick red, and precipitate was also formed. In short, I am writing precipitate was formed, and it confirms the presence of sugar. So this way only in laboratory the sugar is tested. If blood is taken and Fehling solution is added, tilted, you will heat after tilted, and the color will change, blue green to deep brick red, and precipitate is formed. It means the man is suffering from diabetes, means sugar is present, means glucose is present. Very clear or not? Very clear. Now, next experiment which we have to discuss, and that experiment, this experiment is presence of sugar in grape, sweet grape. That will also same result will come, the color will change, or when the food item in which sugar is present, same result will come. Next part, let us discuss, and the next part is taste of protein. Last part I think. Oh, taste of protein and taste for fat and oil. Fat and oil let me discuss first. Very easy. The food item contain fat and oil. Take a page. Suppose you want to check that whether butter contain fat or not. Take butter, keep it on a piece of paper, fold it, remove it, and against the light just see it. Mark of oil or fat you will see. If mark is formed, it means presence of fat. Same thing, certain food item contain fat and oil, cashew nut or almond or groundnut. Take groundnut, keep it in a paper, fold it, crush it, remove it, and against the light see it on paper. A mark will be there which shows the presence of oil, and that is the test for presence of fat and oil in food item. But that is easy test. We have to discuss presence of protein. Egg protein is present, paneer protein is present, taste of protein in food item. So last test, let us discuss taste of protein. How protein is tested, whether it is present in food item or not. Dear children, same thing. Do this experiment with that white part of the egg, albumin. Take albumin, white part of egg in a test tube. That is a protein and that is albumin. Hard boil it. Hard boil. Boil for some time. Hard boil it. Okay. It will a little bit solidify. Hard boil it and put few drops of what? Put few drops of nitric acid, HNO3 acid. So be careful. Put few drops of dilute nitric acid. Dilute nitric acid. Just cover it. Suppose this is boiled egg, cover by nitric acid. Put nitric acid over that and heat it. After heating, what you will do? Rinse the acid. Just tap the test tube and acid part out. Rinse in your washing machine. Rinse button is there. Means water is removed. Here we have to rinse the acid. Rinse acid. Only the hard boiled part of the egg is left. Now add ammonium hydroxide. This part is important. After this, add ammonium hydroxide. Add ammonium hydroxide. Very clear. Add ammonium hydroxide. As you will add ammonium hydroxide, there will be a change in color, and that part is important, which will prove the presence of protein. Originally, what was the color? Originally, the color was white. Originally the color was white, and where we will put few drops of ammonium hydroxide, what will happen? The white color will change. The white color will change to the white color will change to yellow. White color will change to yellow color. Very clear? Now also it will not prove. And then again and when the color of the solution, the color will change from white to yellow, add ammonium hydroxide, and again it will, from yellow it will change pink. Okay, yellow to, sorry, not pink, orange. From yellow to orange it will change. If the material, after putting nitric acid heated and this acid thrown out and again added ammonium hydroxide, there is change in color, and color in the beginning becomes yellow and then orange. It proves the presence of protein. So if the color changes to orange, it shows the presence of protein. This way we have finished the topic. Very long chapter it was, digestive system, but dear children, learn it properly. Thank you.